Alright, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. Hello, of course, sa lahat ng members ng Team Skinner, our LEP babies for September this year. And of course, nagsimula na po yung inyong online application and it's going to be until August 24th. No? So again, do not wait for the last day of filing, no? As soon as you can, mag-file na po para wala na pong aperya yung ating pag-take ng LEP. And so again, kung hindi ka pa po member ng Team Skinner, very easy to join us. Just send a message through this Facebook page. And of course, ongoing pa rin po yung ating full online majorship. No? So this coming weekend, they will be starting with their discussion of their mid-review tests because of course, they have answered the mid-review last weekend. No? So kung ikaw po hindi pa rin member ng aming majorship groups like English, Math, Filipino, Gen Sci, SOCSI, MAPE, Values Education, TLE, AFA, just send a message to our Facebook page kung paano po kayo maging member. And of course, po pwede niyo pa rin pong balikan lahat ng ating full-length videos sa inyong mga groups and of course our PDF, okay? Po pwede niyo pong i-download. Now, ongoing pa rin po yung ating Guru Pinoy Collab every Tuesday and Thursday of this month. Again, Tuesdays we still have Coach June and of course Coach Gon for Thursdays naman. No? So Coach June is taking care of your soft-side drills while Coach Gon is taking care of your math tricks and techniques. All right, now this is our schedule for July. No? So by Saturday, ang bilis ng araw. No? Saturday po, July 1st na tayo. So as you can see, Saturdays and Sundays schedule natin for the LEP. Reserved po yan for your majorship. Okay, so this Saturday, they would already have their mid-review discussion 1. No? So dire-diretso. Excuse me po. And then of course Sunday, ganun din. Meron din silang mid-review discussion. Okay? So again, for the entire month of July, mid-review discussion po yung ating mga major ship groups. As for Team Skinner, Gen Ed, and Prof Ed, ay continuous pa rin po yung ating drills. No? So Prof Ed sa July 3rd, then July 5th, imbis na Gen Ed po, magkakaroon pa rin tayo ng Prof Ed because our discussant here, no, yung ating guest lecturer is only available on Friday. Okay, so medyo may pag-tweak tayo ng ating schedule. Then of course, Sockside drills pa rin every Tuesdays with Coach June. Ang ating pong free drills here, we are going to have another guest lecture. No? So dito sa July 6, as you can see, medyo bakante pa siya. Nililigawan pa natin si Teacher Gon, no? So ako si Teacher Gon or Coach Gon, kung po pwede niyang kunin yung July 6. Okay, so we'll find out. But of course, the most important parts here of your July schedule, the members of Team Skinner, we have the reopening of our diagnostic test links for both Gen Ed and Prof Ed. No? If you are a new member at hindi ka nakapagsagot ng ating diagnostic test, that's your chance to re-answer or to answer your diagnostic test. Then of course, mid-review for Gen Ed, 150 items, that's going to be on July 12th. And mid-review for Prof Ed, that's going to be on July 30th. Okay, so again, if you are still not a member of Team Skinner, very easy, send a message to this page para po makapag-join kayo. Now, of course, if you are going to end up as top 3 sa ating September na LEP, you will be receiving 100,000 pesos from Gurong Pinoy. Top 2 receives 200,000 pesos. And of course, top 1 would be receiving 300,000 pesos. So if you are aiming for those ranks, no, for those places, become a member of Team Skinner. We will help you become top-notchers. And of course, para po magkaroon din kayo ng monetary prizes. Okay, so we do not only produce passers, thousands of passers, we also produce top-notchers. So again, sa March na 2023 LEP, we have produced 15 top-notchers. Kasama na po yung dalawa nating top 1. No? So hindi po imposible. And of course, we will be here until the day that you take the LEP to guide you and to help you not only pass the LEP but also to top the LEP. Okay? So again, mag-send lamang po na message dito sa ating Facebook page. Now, tonight's discussion is focused on Prof Ed. Specifically, we have 2 topics here: research in education and building and enhancing new literacies across the curriculum. Ito po yung mga maraming items na lumabas sa kakatapos lamang ng licensure exam for teachers sa March na LEP. Ang dami pong items dito, no, sa dalawang topics na to. And so it's very important that you are here and that you are participating during tonight's discussion. But of course, let's all have our opening prayer. So samahan niyo po ako, mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, now once again, this is research in education and of course, building and enhancing new literacies across the curriculum. Like, love, share our video, start a watch party, tag your friends, send us stars on Facebook, super chat, super stickers naman po sa ating YouTube channel. We start with question number 1. Number 1, it is a process of systematic, reflective inquiry to improve educational practices or resolve problems in any operating unit. That is the school, classroom, or office. Is it letter A, basic research, letter B, descriptive research, letter C, action research, or letter D, qualitative research? What is our choice? For number 1, hello of course sa mga newbies natin, new members natin. Hello po, welcome, welcome. Sir Randy Pepito from Las Piñas, new member ng Team Skinner. Hello po. Mababait po sila dyan, Sir Randy. Okay, good evening sa inyong lahat. No? Kakabasa ko lamang po ng ating comment at medyo maraming chika kanina. Letter C. For question number 1, I see a lot of letter C's. Okay, now as you can see in our question, okay, so sabi sa question natin, no, improve educational practices. And so napaka-common na nito, napaka-familiar na nito sa atin since we are teachers and would-be teachers, and I know that halos lahat tayo ay nagkaroon ng chance na mag-conduct nito, no? So the correct choice here, of course, would be letter C. Tama yan, no? Action research. Remember, action research is done so that you can correct whatever it is that's not working in your classroom or in a school or in an office. No? So educational practices, correcting and improving educational practices, action research is what we use. Okay? Let's take a look at the different types of research. No? Very important. Hindi natin alam kung aling item dito or aling klase ng research ang lalabas sa inyong September na let. Okay, so these are the different types of research based on the following. No? So unang-una, based on application, you have pure research and applied research. What is the difference between these two? Your pure research, this is also called basic research, na yung choice A natin kanina, and also called theoretical research. Okay, so this one right here is done just to understand basic properties and processes. Okay, so just for the understanding of your theories, just for the understanding of basic processes. Now that's your basic research, pure research or theoretical research. Now applied research, on the other hand, this one is attempting, or this one attempts to find practical solutions to existing problems. Hence, you have the term applied research. No, yung mga research on technology, this is an example of your applied research. Okay, so application of science siya, kumbaga, application of the different properties and also of the different processes. Okay, so hand in hand po yan sila. Whatever is the knowledge that you gain from pure research, you can also use that to do some applied research. Okay, so again, this is to find practical solutions to your existing problems. Now, based on your objectives, you have the following. No, the first one that you have here is descriptive research. As the name suggests, this one describes a population, a situation, or a phenomenon. Okay, so it seeks to answer the questions what, who, when, where, okay? But not why, di ba? So description lamang siya. That's your descriptive research. Next one, correlational research, from the term correlational. It measures two variables and it understands and assesses the statistical relationship between them. Okay, so it looks at two variables and it checks whether these two variables are correlated or if these two variables have relationships. Okay, so those are your descriptive research and correlational research. Now, what about your exploratory research and explanatory research? Ang exploratory research mo, it explores research questions that have not previously been studied in depth. Okay, so from the term explore, diba? Exploratory. So this is the type of research that you use whenever you are trying to study something new na hindi pa nagagalaw ng ibang tao. No? So you try to explore. That's exploratory research. And as for your explanatory research, from the term explain, it tries to identify the causes and effects of whatever phenomenon is being studied. Okay? Now, the last two that we have here, depende sa inquiry mode. You have quantitative research and qualitative research. Quantitative means numbers, quantities, no? So they rely on numerical or measurable data, while your qualitative research rely on personal accounts or documents that illustrate in detail how people think or respond within society. No, qualities, para din siyang descriptive research, descriptions. Okay, so again, these are the different types of your researches based on the different viewpoints. As we go along, as we tackle the different items, we might encounter other types of research. So stay with me. And of course, very important that you become a member of Team Skinner para dire-diretso po yung inyong pagre-review. All right, we move on with question number 2. Some grade 11 researchers bumped into Shiela, a grade 9 student. They then asked her to answer their questions. This is letter A, availability sampling. Letter B, cluster sampling. Letter C, voluntary sampling, or letter D, snowball sampling. What is our choice? Okay, what is our choice? Sir Dale Ive or Mondale Ive. Mamek, nakakamiss yung voice mo po. Nostalgic po nung time na nagre-review pa lang mi ngayon po. LPT na mi at mag-oath taking na this July 30. December na ako nag-start sa inyo but it's all worth it. Hashtag Team Brunner. Congratulations, of course, sa ating mga LPTs. Yung iba po sa kanila ay nakapag-oath taking na. Yung iba naman ay mag-oath taking pa lang. And so, again, congratulations, no? And of course, enroll na po kayo sa Gurong Pinoy. Hindi po kayo magsisisi. Kayo po ay aming tutulungan para maipasa niyo po yung inyong licensure exam for teachers. Kung kayo naman po ay magtitake ng CSE, no? Meron din po tayong CSE full online review, no? So, dire-diretso din yung ating pagre-review. Meron din tayong full-length videos. And of course, we also have our files. Okay, may ADC. Aha. So medyo magulo pa, medyo confused pa, no, for number 2. And these, of course, are the different types of your sampling methods whenever you are doing your research and you are trying to gain, no, naghahanap ka or nagtitipon ka ng inyong participants. Okay, so what do you think is the right choice here? Availability sampling, sabi sa ating question, merong grade 11 students or researchers and nakita nila si Shiela, no? They bumped into Shiela. That means it is not done on purpose. No? It was just accidental. Nakita nila si Shiela, a grade 9 student, and they asked her to answer their question. So what type of sampling would this be? Availability, cluster, voluntary, or snowball? The correct choice here would be letter A. That would be availability sampling. Letter A for question number 2. Let's take a look at the different types of sampling methods. Now, very common, very important that you know all this dahil lumalabas po ito sa LEP. Okay, so you have 2 major types. Probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Ang inyo pong probability sampling, this is random selection. So all the members of your population would have equal chances to be chosen. No? Yan yung ibig sabihin ng inyong probability sampling methods. Yung non-probability sampling methods mo naman, non-random selection. Some of them will not have a chance to get chosen. Okay, so under these 2 types, 2 major types of sampling methods, you have the rest of the types, no, sa gilid. So let's take a look at the different types here. The first one under probability sampling methods is simple random sampling. Now, from the term itself, this is just randomly selecting a subset of participants from a population. So, kunwari, lahat ng students sa isang school, random lang yung pagseselect mo. No? You don't care about the age, about the grade level, about the section, about the gender. Okay, so that's simple random sampling. All of the members of your population have equal amounts to or have equal chances to get chosen, or randomly selecting a subset of participants from a population. That's simple random sampling. Now, cluster sampling, this is dividing your population into clusters such as districts or schools and then randomly selecting some of these clusters as your sample. Okay, so ginrupo-grupo mo. Kumbaga, no, cluster, when you say cluster, di ba, when you have the election tapos may cluster precinct tayo, kumbaga may grupo, may subgroups within your population, and you randomly select from these clusters. Okay, so that's your cluster sampling. Systematic sampling, you select members of the population at a regular interval. Kaya tinatawag siyang systematic sampling. Meron kang sistema, no, at a regular interval or ratio. For example, na you select the member of your population. And the last one, or the last type of probability sampling method here, is your stratified random sampling. This one, you divide the subjects into subgroups called your strata based on characteristics that they share. Para siyang cluster sampling, but the main difference is that yung mga strata mo dito or yung mga subgroups mo, they have shared characteristics. May commonality sila. No? So that would be your stratified random sampling. Okay, so all these are the different types of your probability sampling methods. And of course, if you are a member of Team Skinner, you can easily download my PDF or my PPT later. Okay, now we go to the non-probability probability sampling methods naman, no? Non-random. The first one is convenience sampling. Ito po yung ating hinahanap kanina, availability sampling or opportunity sampling, no? Using who is readily available. Kung sino lang yung una mo makita, kung sino yung malapit, yun yung gagamitin mo sa inyong sample. You remember our question? Meron kang grade 11 researchers and nakita lang nila si Shiela na grade 9 student, no? Wala namang sinabi na kailangan grade 9 yung maging parte ng kanilang sample, but whoever was available, kung sino lang yung nakita nila, ay ginamit na nila sa kanilang research. And so convenience sampling po ang ating tinatawag dyan, or ang tawag natin dyan, convenience sampling or opportunity sampling or availability sampling. Yan, kanina yung ating choice A. Ang inyo namang judgmental or purposive sampling, you select participants because they have characteristics that you need in your sample. Kunwari, kailangan mo ng mga participants na nagtitake ng PhD, no? So you have to use or you have to find those individuals based on the characteristics that you need in your sample. So base sa inyong purpose. Okay, so you call it purposive sampling or judgmental sampling. Now, snowball sampling, on the other hand, new units are recruited by other units to form part of the sample. Meron kang nakitang mga members sa inyong sample, and these members are going to recruit other members na para siyang pyramid, okay, pyramiding. If you imagine your snowball, no, pag may snowball that's falling from a hill, as it goes down the hill, lumalaki yung snowball because nag-accumulate siya ng mas maraming snow, no? So that's your snowball sampling. Your recruited units would recruit other participants. So snowball sampling yan. And quota sampling naman, as the name suggests, no, quota. You pronounce this as quota, hindi po quota, no? Hindi quota, hindi quotation, quotation or quota. This term right here, of course, means there is a predetermined number of participants. For example, kailangan mo lamang 50 participants, no? So once na-reach na yung quota mo, you stop na from looking for other members or other participants. Okay, so that's quota sampling. But we were looking for availability sampling for question number 2. Okay, so sana po ay klaro at sana po lahat ito ay maalala natin sa paparating na let. Of course, if you are a member of Team Skinner, mababalikan po ito at madadownload yung ating file. Okay, number 3, a 21st century teacher's ability to adapt to a variety of learning styles and demands of their students. Letter A, lifelong learner. Letter B, flexible. Letter C, creative problem solver. Or letter D, self-directed learner. What is our choice? Ma'am Nail Fates, Cecilio or Sir Nail Fates, Cecilio Lozares. Hello po, Ma'am Mek, nakikinood lang. Miss ko kasi boses niyo po. Team Brunner here, makinig kayong mabuti kay Ma'am Mek and you will see pasado kayong lahat. God bless po. Maraming salamat and of course, congratulations, Sir Neil. Okay. What is our choice? Ma'am Danica de Los Santos Manuel, good evening po. Hindi po kayo nagkamali ng pagpili ng review center. Now, I recommend it to my friends and to my husband dahil Gurong Pinoy will not teach you to remember the questions but to analyze the questions. Thank you so much, Gurong Pinoy. More blessings to your review center. Nakakamiss ang boses ni Ma'am Mek, LPT March 2022 here. Hashtag Team Piaget, hashtag Team Thunders, hashtag Team YouTube. Congratulations po, Ma'am Danica. And thank you, of course, for your positive feedback. All right, number 3, ICB sa ating comment box, no, flexibility, being flexible. Now, ito pong klase ng questions na to, maraming lumabas sa ating March 2023 na let, no? So makinig po mabuti. 21st century teachers' ability to adapt to a variety of learning styles and demands of their students. The correct choice here is letter B, flexible. No, you can adapt, adaptability. Your adaptability or your ability to adapt, ability to be flexible, na flexibility mo. Kung iba yung learning style ng inyong estudyante, po pwede ka ding mag-change ng inyong teaching strategy, for example. Okay, let's take a look at the different teachers' ability that we are looking for the 21st century. No? So these are the different characteristics of a 21st century teacher. As I've mentioned, marami pong lumalabas, no? Maraming lumabas sa ating March na let from these items, no? Or from these concepts. Okay, the first one here, a teacher should be multiliterate. Anong ibig sabihin ng multiliterate? You should know how to use various technologies in teaching. No? Dapat hindi lamang iisa yung literacy mo, hindi ka lamang marunong magbasa, magsulat, dapat marunong ka din gumamit ng different types of technology. Okay, so that would be multiliterate. Number 2, multi-specialist, not only knowledgeable in the core subject they teach, but also in other areas. Okay, so hindi lamang sa core subject mo. For example, in my case, I am a bio major, but you should also know about math or English, Filipino, other subjects that we have. No? So that's multi-specialist. Kumbaga, generalist ka dapat. Number 3, multi-skill, being skillful, not just in teaching, but also in facilitating and organizing groups and activities. Marami ka dapat skills. No? Yan yung ibig sabihin ng inyong number 3. Number 4, self-directed, initiate action to realize the learning goals of the students and the educational goals of the country. So kumbaga dapat meron kang initiative. Hindi ka, you're not just waiting for other people to do stuff for you, pero dapat ikaw mismo nag-i-initiate ng action. Na that's self-directed. Number 5, lifelong learner. You have to embrace the ideal that learning never ends. Remember, learning starts from conception to death. No? So, from the day that we were born until the day that we die, we learn a lot. It might not just be inside the classroom, pero in life, we learn so many things. Okay, so that's lifelong learner. Next, number 6, flexible. Ito yung ating hinahanap. Able to adapt to various learning styles and needs of the learners. Number 7, creative, problem solver. Create innovative ideas and effective solutions to the arising problems. You should be able to think outside of the box. Hindi ka nakakahon, hindi ka sumusunod lamang sa mga steps, no? Pwede ka mag-imbento ng sarili mong steps if necessary, no? Yan yung ibig sabihin ng number 7 mo. Number 8, critical thinker. Encourage students to reflect on what they have learned and rekindle in them the desire to ask questions, reason out, probe, and establish their own knowledge and belief. Hindi lamang nagme-memorize yung ating mga students. Gaya dito sa Gurong Pinoy, hindi po kayo bibigyan ng mga items or mga letters na kailangan yung i-memorize. Now, you have to think critically. You have to be able to analyze because we don't know which items you might see in your upcoming lab. Okay, number 9, passionate. It's very important, no? Passion and grit. You should possess passion in the teaching profession to ensure that students are motivated to learn under their guidance and care. Kumbaga, dapat nagniningas pa yung apoy, yung alab, yung kagustuhan mong magturo, no? Hindi yung petics ka na lang, wala ka ng pake, di ba? Hindi ka na nag-i-innovate, wala ka ng gana sa pagtuturo, no? So you're already in passion, kumbaga wala ka ng passion. Number 10, high emotional quotient or EQ. You do not just have the head, but you also have the heart to teach, okay? You also know how to empathize, to sympathize, to feel what your students feel, okay? So these are the 10 different characteristics of a 21st century teacher. Ang dami pong lumabas nito sa March na let, and I'm sure meron pa rin lalabas sa September na let, no? So later, after this discussion, Team Skinner members, download na kaagad. Now, if you need to, kung hindi naman po, pwede naman po ulit-ulitin i-replay yung ating video. Okay? We go to number 4. How should the reference list be written? This is part of research. No? Letter A, according to date. Letter B, descending. Letter C, according to type. Or letter D, alphabetical. What is our choice for number 4? Again, please do like, love, share our video, start a watch party, and tag your friends. Very important that you join Team Skinner. Ma'am Kisses Lumico. Hello po, Ma'am. Good evening po. Thank you po. LPT na po ako. March 2023, Team Brunner po. Old curriculum din po. After 5 years, nakapag-take rin po. First-timer rin. Malaking tulong po kayo sa pag-review ko, lalo na po sa Prof. L. Thank you po talaga. More power, Gurong Pinoy. Congratulations, Ma'am Kisses. One of our LPTs, no? So, of course, Team Skinner na manifesting. Hindi lamang manifesting, but of course, we believe and we are sure na kayo na po yung susunod na LPTs natin. All right, letter D. For number 4, and letter D is the right choice. Now, whenever you are writing your reference list sa inyong research, you do it alphabetically. It's not according to date, not descending. When you say descending, from letter Z to A, no? So, baliktad ang sunod-sunod ng inyong references. Or it's not also according to type. No? Sa lahat sila, in alphabetical order. Also remember the difference between your in-text citations and reference list. Sa reference list mo po, you have to use all of the details, no? But in your in-text citations, kumbaga sa loob mismo ng manuscript mo, you should only be using a few basic details. So kunwari, ang pangalan ng author, the date it was published, and of course, the page number, okay? So in-text citations should only be using a few basic details, but all of the details would be used sa inyong reference list. Okay, so the correct choice would be letter D. We go to number 5. It denotes the use of wide range of idea creation techniques to create new and worthwhile ideas. We've talked about this a while ago. Letter A, collaboration. Letter B, flexibility and adaptability. Letter C, creativity and innovation. Letter D, life and career skills. Okay, what is our choice for question number 5? Okay, number 5, I see letter C sa ating comment box. Tumpak kayang letter C for question number 5. Sabi dito, wide range of idea creation. You are creating ideas. You create new and worthwhile ideas. Okay, what is our choice? Number 5, the correct choice, of course, would be creativity and innovation. Remember, whenever you say creation, you are creating something new, no? You are making something new. And innovation, of course, that also pertains to making something new, okay? So here, you have the other terms, no? So let's take a look at your 21st century skills. Ito naman po ang para sa mga students, no? So kapatid naman yung para sa mga teachers, pero ito ay focused po sa ating mga estudyante, no? So, your 21st century skills for students are made up of the following big skills. No? Unang-una, learning skills. Then you have literacy skills and life skills. Now, learning skills mo, this is teaching the students how to develop their cognitive thinking, how they learn. It includes time management, note-taking, reading effectively, and writing skills. Now, under your learning skills, you have first, of course, critical thinking, creativity. Ito yung ating hinahanap kanina. Collaboration, you are able to work with other people. And of course, you are able to state what you have in mind. Now, communication. You're able to transfer your ideas, or you are able to verbalize your ideas. Okay, so those are the 4 C's under your learning skills. Critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Now, skills, big chunk of skills, number 2 is literacy skills. This one here teaches students how to gain knowledge through technology and media. The main focus is to give literacy knowledge or understanding. Okay, so under your literacy skills, you have information, the use of media, and technology. No? So kumbaga IT, ICT mo would be under your literacy skills. Then of course you have life skills, refers to the skills which enable humans to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of life. How to survive life, no? So it is also called psychological skills. Under life skills, you have flexibility. We all know what flexibility is. Kapag ka hindi mo nakita as is yung ine-expect mo, you should be able to adapt, di ba? That's flexibility. flexibility. Leadership, you should be able to become a leader and you should also know how to follow the leaders. Initiative, you should know how to make the first move. No? Kahit sa pag-ibig ba, dapat tayo ay may initiative. Dapat daw nag-first move. Productivity, dapat hindi petics, dapat hindi procrastinate yung ating ginagawa. You have to make sure since kayo po ay naghahanda for your upcoming licensure exam for teachers, make sure that every day is productive. Dapat meron tayong na-achieve, meron tayong task na natapos in a certain day. No? You have to be productive. And of course, social skills is the last one. You should be able to socialize. You should be able to to handle the different skills that you need whenever you are around people. Okay, so learning skills, you have the 4 C's. Literacy skills, you have your IMT, ICT. Life skills, you have the different skills that you have under it. Okay, so sana po klaro. And of course, no po pwede pong i-download ito later. Okay, we go to number 6. Daryll's mother has been growing Alocasia or Alocasia sanderiana, a native Philippine plant, but plants have been growing poorly lately. He has read that certain types of plants prefer different types of water. For example, rosemary is a fragrant herb that thrives on salty water, and hornwort, often seen in aquariums, grow well in brackish. That's a combination of fresh and salty water. He wants to conduct a study on the above. Which among the following would be the independent variable? Okay, so this question right here is talking about the different types of variable in your research. Letter A, the type of plant, Alocasia sanderania. Letter B, the type of water, fresh, salty, brackish. Letter C, the growth of the Alocasia sanderania plants. Or letter D, none of these. Okay, what is our choice for number 6? Number 6, ano po ang ating choice? Question number 6, I see a lot of letter B's for number 6. Tama kaya? Karamihan sa inyo, no? So, ang mother ni Daryll ay isang plantita, no? So, there is a certain type of plant. Hindi ko alam kung anong common name nito. Alocasia sanderiana. At hindi siya tumutubo ng maganda. Pero sabi ni Daryll, nabasa ko na kung meron kang iba't ibang klase ng plant, sometimes they prefer different types of water. And so he'd want to perform a study or conduct a research based on the question above. No? So ang question natin dito, ano yung independent variable? The correct choice here would be letter B, the type of water, fresh, salty, or brackish. Bakit? No? Ano nga ba yung independent variable? Kasali na din po ito sa inyong discussion on the scientific method. No? Scientific method, paulit-ulit yan sa ating mga science classes. Kada balik natin from summer, umpisa kaagad scientific method. No? So sana po na-discuss ito ng ating mga science teachers. Okay? So these here are the different types of variables in your research. The first one is dependent. Dependent po ito, dapat hindi dependent. Okay? Dependent variable, you have independent variable, you have demographic variable, and you have extraneous variable. Okay? So, ang unahin natin yung independent, no? Ito yung ating hinahanap kanina. Independent variables, tama yung sinabi ni Facebook user, this is also called manipulated variable. Na ito yung cause sa inyong experiment. So kumbaga, ang independent variable mo, as I mentioned, this is manipulated variable. Ito yung inyong chini-change sa inyong experiment. Diba? Sa kay Daryll kanina, change niya yung klase ng tubig. No? So kung meron kang chini-change sa inyong experiment, that would be your independent variable. The one that you manipulate, the one that you change, yung klase ng variable na iba-ibang type yung inyong ginamit, iba-ibang amounts yung inyong ginamit, iba-ibang brands yung inyong ginamit. Kunwari, gusto mong malaman kung anong klase ng battery yung pinakamatagal maubos. Okay? So, klase ng battery. Gagamit ka ngayon ng iba't ibang klase ng battery. No? So, basta iba't iba, that will be your independent variable. Okay? Now, ang inyo naman pong dependent variable, that's the result, no? Ito yung ang effect ng inyong independent variable. So kumbaga independent variable ang inyong cause, dependent variable is the effect. Okay? So this is the variable whose outcome is dependent on another. It is dependent on your independent variable. At ang inyo pong dependent variable, ito yung ating mini-measure sa ating experiment. So kunwari kay Daryll kanina, gusto niyang magkaroon ng experiment, di ba? So, kukuha siya ng tatlong plants ng Alocasia, and then sa isang plant, gagamit siya ng tubig lamang, na usual tubig na ginagamit nila. Sa second plant, gagamit siya ng brackish water, no, combination of salty and fresh water. And sa third plant naman, gagamit siya ng salt water, okay? Salt water or sea water. So again, the independent variable, yung iba't ibang types na ginamit niya, that would be the type of water. Ngayon, gusto niya malaman kung saang klase ba ng tubig na to mas mataas yung tubo, no? Mas maganda yung tubo ng kanyang plants. And so, i-measure niya ngayon yung height ng plants, for example. Okay? So, whatever it is that you are measuring as a result in your experiment, that is your dependent variable. Okay? So, yung magiging dependent variable ni Daryll now would be the growth of the plants or the height of the plants. Okay? So, that's your independent and dependent variable. Ang demographic variable mo, this is about people, no? So, characteristics of people, age, gender, marital status, location, etc. Extraneous variable mo, this is hidden variable, which acts silently to affect another variable. Sometimes you're not even aware na meron kang ganitong klase ng variable, no? That's extraneous variable, okay? But then we were looking for your independent variable, and so types of water po ang ating hinahanap. Okay, we go to number 7, UNESCO'S Education for Sustainable Development Initiative 2012 presented a conceptual framework for ongoing lifelong learning. This model organizes learning into 5 pillars. Which pillar that refer to the development of skills and knowledge needed to function in this world? For example, formal acquisition of literacy, numeracy, critical thinking, and general knowledge. Is it letter A, learning to know, letter B, learning to do, letter C, learning to live, or letter D, learning to be? What is our choice? I see letter A's for question number 7. So again, enjoy the full video and download our materials. Join Team Skinner by sending a message to our Facebook page, the same Facebook page where you are watching us now. Okay, learning to know, karamihang sagot ninyo, no? So, formal acquisition of literacy, numeracy, critical thinking, and general knowledge. Letter A is tumpak, okay? So, according to UNESCO's Sustainable Development Initiative, we actually have, dito, pinakita ko 4 pillars of learning lang. Mamaya, i-explain ko kung ano yung 5th pillar of learning, no? Meron po tayong separate video on this. Marami po tayong video sa ating YouTube channel, no? So, sa ating po mga passers at sa ating po mga top-notchers, ginagawa po nila movie marathon sa ating YouTube channel. At least 3 videos kada araw, na lalong-lalo na kapag papunta na po, palapit na po yung let. Okay? So here you have the 4 different pillars of learning. Ito yung ating hinahanap, no? Learning to know, ability to concentrate, store information, think, and develop knowledge. So kumbaga, learning to know, that's all for your mind, that's all for your brain. Learning to do, this is pertaining to your skills. Now, develop skills, solve problems, and application of knowledge. That's learning to do. Learning to be is to be personally or to personally develop and creatively contribute independently. When you say learning to be, this is how you become the best version of yourself, diba? Yourself 2.0 ito, or 4.0, 5.0, no? Learning to be, being the best version of yourself. And the last one that you have here is learning to live together in harmony, no? Development of social skills and values, appreciation of the diversity of the world. You're able to accept the multiculturality of the world, no? Kahit na iba yung pananaw niya sa'yo, BBM siya, ikaw ay kakamping, no? Hindi ka nang aaway, hindi ka nang bablock ng inyong friends. So sana friends na kayo ulit. Diba? That's learning to live together. Tolerance and being able to accept diversity in the world where we live in. Okay, now ano ba yung 5th pillar of learning? 5th pillar of learning po natin is learning to transform. Ang learning to transform naman pertains to the curriculum, okay? So kung merong nangyayari sa ating society, dapat ang curriculum daw is able to transform so that it can still cater, no, sa needs ng ating mga learners even if there's a lot of changes in our society. Kunwari, during the pandemic, di ba? Yung curriculum natin ay nag-change, yung modalities of teaching natin ay nag-change. That's learning to transform. And that pertains to our curriculum, okay? But here are the 4 different pillars of learning sa ating pong screen. Okay, we go to number 8. It is a dynamic, holistic, and lifelong process through which mutual respect, understanding, caring, sharing, compassion, social responsibility, solidarity, acceptance, and tolerance of diversity among individuals and groups, etc., are internalized and practiced together to solve problems and to work towards a just and free, peaceful, and democratic society. Ang haba, di ba? Letter A, learning to know. Letter B, learning to live together in peace and harmony. Letter C, learning to be. Or letter D, learning to do. What is our choice? Sir Aldrin Camposano, good evening po, Ma'am Mek, at mga reviewees, solid makinig kay Ma'am, hindi ka talaga antokin. Dito ako ginanahan mag-review, kaya ngayon may license na ako. Salamat, Gurong Pinoy. Hello, of course, Sir Aldrin Camposano, isa po sa ating mga LPTs. Okay, number 8. Ang haba daw ng ating binasa, but of course, that will be letter B, okay? So, tolerance, understanding, caring, okay? Acceptance of our diversity, magkakaiba-iba man tayo, dapat po tayo hindi nag-aaway, no? So, that's learning to live together in peace and harmony. Number 9, the first step in conducting an action research is blank. Letter A, thinking of your research title. Letter B, identifying your problem. Letter C, listing down your participants. Or letter D, communicating with participants. What is our choice? Number 9. Unang-unang gagawin mo whenever you are conducting an action research. At usually, ito po yung pinakamahirap, di ba? Halos hindi ka makapag-start. At minsan ay nire-reject pa, no, ng inyong teacher. Okay, so what is this? I see a lot of letter B's, number 9, and that of course is tumpak, no? So mahirap pong mag-identify ng problema. Mahirap pong mamroblema sa problema, di ba? And so the correct choice again would be letter B for number 9, okay? And so here are the different steps in action research by Ferrans in 2000. So the first step that you have here is to identify the problem, no? Identify the problem, yan yung first step. After this, you gather data, di ba? So you conduct your study and you are going to gather your data. Then you interpret your data, no? You analyze your data, and you act on your evidence. What will be your action? Okay, kaya siya tinawag na action research. After that, you evaluate your results. Okay, okay ba yung naging results? Nag-improve ba ng performance ng aking estudyante? For example, no? Nag-improve ba yung performance ng ating school? And after evaluating your results, you go to your next step. The next step would be if the results have been have improved, no? Nag-improve po yung performance ng inyong estudyante, po pwede yung next step is to share your findings. Na po pwede mong i-share yung findings para ma-apply din ng iba mong mga colleagues, no? Or kung hindi naman po naging effective, po pwede kang umulit, di ba? So, po pwedeng meron kang i-tweak, meron kang baguhin, meron kang ibang step na gawin, okay? So, ibang method naman yung inyong itatry. Remember, we'd always say action research is a cyclical process, no? Pag sinabi mo pong cyclical process siya, it is a cycle and you do not stop until the problem is solved. Okay? So lumalabas po yan sa LET. What is the meaning of the saying or of the sentence that action research is a cyclical process? You continue doing it until the problem is solved. Okay? So yan po yung ibig sabihin. We go to number 10 in styles of citation. APA means letter A, American Printing Association. Letter B, American Psychological Association. Letter C, American Publishing Association. Or letter D, American Publishing Authority. What is our choice? Ma'am Har Batoto, thank you, Mamek. Dami ko natutunan at now LPT na ako. Rinig ko boses mo lalo sa Prof Ed. Okay, congratulations po. And of course, thank you for coming back and for leaving your comment. Okay, so again, kung hindi ka pa po member ng Team Skinner, magpa-member na po, mag-send lamang ng message sa ating Facebook page. Napuputol po yung ating discussion sa ating page, not sa ating YouTube channel. And so, kung ikaw po ay member ng Team Skinner, doon ka po dumiretso sa ating Team Skinner. It's either section A or B para dire-diretso po yung inyong panonood. Ma'am Lag, Zemolaba Antonio. Na-miss ko ang voice mo, Mamek, waiting for the result of RQA here in Palawan. Former Team Piaget, go future LPTs. Congratulations and God bless po. Okay, God bless your journey po. Ayan, lumabas ito last March, sabi ni Ma'am Lillian M. Calderon Push. Okay, so again, ang ating pong mga items ay galing sa feedback ng ating mga estudyante, and so you are very sure na ito po yung inyong makikita, no, sa ating pong licensure exam for teachers. Okay, in styles of citation, APA means the correct choice here is letter B, American Psychological Association. Let's take a look at the different citation styles, no? At kung sino yung normaling gumagamit nito. Ito po yung ating hinahanap, APA, American Psychological Association. Ito po yung ginagamit sa education, no? So, medyo familiar talaga tayo sa ating APA. Okay, so this is used for psychology, education, business and economics, nursing, and linguistic studies. Your MLA is Modern Language Association. Binigay ng Modern Language Association. And so ito po ang ginagamit sa lingwahe. Okay, so English, literature, foreign language, communications, religious studies. Chicago was first used by the Chicago University Press. Ito po ginagamit sa history, art history, fine arts, anthropology, and philosophy. IEEE, ito naman po ay sa engineering, no? Sa Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, Engineering, Computer Science, and Information Science. And lastly, you have CSE, hindi po Civil Service Examination or Career Service Examination. This is from the Council of Science Editors. And so ito pong ginagamit sa hardcore science subjects natin, bio, physics, chemistry, geology, sa mga MS natin, no? MS hindi yung MA, no? Hindi MA but or MEd, sa mga MS natin, Master of Science talaga, ito yung ginagamit nila. Okay, so it's very important, of course, that you are checking with your instructor kung aling citation style yung inyong gagamitin. But again, we were looking for American Psychological Association. We go to number 11. A type of educational research in which the researcher relies on the views of the participants, asks broad, general questions, collects data consisting largely of words or text from participants, describes and analyzes these words for themes, and conducts the inquiry in a subjective, biased manner. Letter A, basic research. Letter B, descriptive research. Letter C, quantitative research. Or letter D, qualitative research. What is our choice? Okay, what is our choice for number 11? Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Question number 11. What is our choice? Okay. Number 11, ICBs. Descriptive